David Haugh and Rich Campbell here at MetLife Stadium after the Bears' 27-19 victory over the Jets. Their second straight road victory. Good win for the Bears. They get off to an early lead. Ryan Mundy's second play of the game returns a screen pass interception for a touchdown. Outruns Chris Johnson in the process. The Bears hang on defensively. They're very good in the red zone defensively. Jay Cutler protects the football. The Bears don't try to establish the run necessarily, but they did just enough offensively to hold on. Wasn't the prettiest of victories, but I think when you come back a week after winning big on the road on the West Coast, you come to the East Coast and you survive this one, you feel very good about this.
Right, and they're doing enough to win. They're not making the mistakes that they made in week one to shoot themselves in the foot and lose games. They've won the turnover margin the last 2 weeks. They forced 3 tonight. As you mentioned, had the interception return for a touchdown. And then when the running game's not working, Jay Cutler's finding a way. No interceptions tonight, 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns from Martellus Bennett. Again, you have another player stepping up, 2 injured receivers. The Bears are doing enough to win here on the road.
It was interesting to hear Martellus Bennett after the game talk about how Rex Ryan not giving him enough enthusiasm and not giving him enough respect during the week kind of motivated him. Hey, whatever works. This is the Bears passing game that is dangerous as ever. Brandon Marshall was off today, a little bit injured, a little bit banged up, but Alshon Jeffrey came back through with a big catch on 3rd and 9 in the fourth quarter on that drive that really cemented it, and then Martellus Bennett comes through. Jay Cutler protecting the football no matter what his statistics say. 0 interceptions, as you point out, is the key stat, and it doesn't really matter. When you can't run the ball against a team that's as good against the run as the Jets are, it's not so bad. You have to do what you have to do, be efficient, be smart. The special teams tonight even were better, so I think that they feel good about that. You know, this team isn't perfect, but I don't think you look around the NFL, you're going to find one.
Well, they're banged up, first of all, and that's part of it. But I think you look at what the Bears did tonight against the Jets. They're opportunistic. They took advantage of a Jets offense that doesn't have any playmakers. Geno Smith throwing an interception in the end zone, for example, in a game that was close in the second half. The Bears are doing a good job of just kind of staying above that fray. They're not the ones making the mistakes the last 2 weeks. And you get 2 road wins, some momentum going into the huge game against the Packers next week, a chance to pull ahead of the Packers by 2 games in the division early on. This is a lot to like, but with the way that they've bounced back from that Bills loss.
And the way that they're doing it. I mean, their secondary is making big plays. Chris Conte had, last week, big interception with Kyle Fuller having 2 tonight. It was Fuller and Ryan Mundy. That secondary is playing very well. Linebackers without Shea McClellan. John Bostic drops an interception.
He'd like that one back.
He'd like that one back. They're getting some pass rush. Jared Allen wasn't very visible until maybe late, where he was a little bit more active in the backfield. And I think that's the biggest thing about their defense. Strong interior pass rush from the 2 rookies who were pressed into action, and Stephen Pyatt had a good game.
And they did not, for the second straight week, give up the big back-breaking run. You go back to that Buffalo game, they had 2 rushes of more than 30 yards in that game tonight. Another disciplined evening, not giving up the big play. That's progress.
That's progress. A year ago, those drives that ended in field goals might have been touchdowns. A loss tonight would have been probably the likely result. This is a different defense, a different season. The Bears are doing just enough. They come back to New York. They win 27-19. They're now 2-1 with Green Bay coming to town. We will be at Haugh back at it
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
yeah,
back for practice, and we'll be at ChicagoTribune.com all week for Bears-Packers preview.